Are we live? I think we're live. For some reason, OBS didn't want to open. Okay, now, where were we? Here we go. Trying to remember what I was doing on this server yesterday when it shut down. Autumn day 19, so 4 in-game days from winter. Fun times. Okay, let's get this show on the road. With winter coming quickly, we need to secure the rest of the resources we need to be able to survive during winter. That namely means getting a bird cage up. Right, and I'm crazy. Okay, that's cool. Sort our inventory. Hold that thought. Two of these guys, seriously? And there goes my helmet. Are you kidding me? Alright, this is not something I do very often. But we're going to do it here because that's just some really shitty RNG. Sweet Vortex, you're actually going to be just in time for the second half of the stream then, if you don't care for DST anyway. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm going to do 1 hour of DST pretty much every day working on this server. And then after that, I'll do other stuff. All right. So if you go to your server, you can select rollbacks, and it'll roll back to a previous save. So this late autumn 19 right here would be the one I just saved and exited on where I was dead. So we're going to go back to the one before that. And then you just hit resume world. I don't really like doing that, but there are times when something absolutely catastrophic happens and your choices are all bad. Just dying isn't good enough. Realistically, I could have recovered that situation fairly easily. It was just a little frustrating at the time. Hopefully this rolls us back to where we loaded in last time, where it's still night and we're just waiting for daylight. It might push us back to the beginning of day 19, unfortunately. But even if so, that's only like an 8-minute real-time loss. We'll waste more time launching this frickin' server than we will anything else. Yeah, okay, it pushed us back to the beginning of day 19. I have no idea where we're at or what we're doing. All I know is that I am completely crazy. Right, we were exploring the rest of the map. So that's the pluses and the minuses of our current setup. Where's Chester? On the plus side, we've got almost the entire map explored in its entirety. On the minus side, we have nothing else done. Two crawling horrors, great. Okay, moving along. I don't know. I'm not a big movie watcher, so I'm not really the person to ask about that. Yep, we're going to use a shovel to fight now. Definitely could use the supply of nightmare fuel though, so I'm not even mad really. Alright, let's head on back to the house before it gets any darker. We shovel knight indeed. So the low health is really driving home the fact that I need to get a bird cage up. Nope, 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 nope. Well, I know where I'm bringing deer clops this winter. Assuming I can get in past all the killer bees. While I'm in this vicinity, I had to grab myself another weapon. Or two. Sure, why not? 3. Starving, tra-la-la-la-la. Want to make sure we go around the dragonfly. And we're home. Actually, we're going to use this one fish to make fish sticks. That'll get us some health back. The meatball will get our hunger up. The only problem with fish sticks is they take forever to cook. Okay. They go 40 health boost. Feels good. Alright, so now about that bird cage. Let's see, I'll need some seeds too. Now, just having a bird cage isn't good enough. Gotta have a bird, which means I need spider silk, which I do not have. Gonna have to go murder some spiders. Oh no, I've got spider silk. Cool, cool, cool. Let's see. So we need a bird trap. Here we go. And just place this on the ground, and soon enough we'll have a bird. If you're really desperate, you can bait it with seeds and speed up how fast you get one, but it typically doesn't take very long. Put this back up. Let's see, I actually need a few of these as well. And while I'm at it, we can go ahead and plant all of this. So this is the cluster plant mod I've been going on and on about. Boom. 25. Five saplings. $25 grass tufts. $25 pine trees. Now the grass tufts and the berry bushes will need to be fertilized. In order to do that, we need manure or rot. Alright, having some bird seeds, I'll bait this just to speed up the process here because I really want to get my health maxed back out. Fortunately, I know a really easy way to get some rot. A lot of rot, actually. Go ahead and make ourselves another meatball. I don't like using manure for fertilizing plants like that. I vastly prefer to save it to make farms. Maybe that's just a bad location. Chester's scaring the birds away over there. There we go. Now we have a bird. Imprison the bird in the bird cage. And you can feed the bird things. If you feed it meat, it gives you eggs. If you feed it seeds, it gives you guano. And if you feed it plants, it will give you seeds. And sometimes it'll give you named seeds based off the kind of plant it is. So eggs are super useful in recipes. There's a recipe for healing food that uses those, and that's part of the reason we're based in the desert. It's the recipe for that is 1 meat, 1 egg, 1 vegetable, which can be cactuses, and here I'm using carrots, and then 1 filler, which is pretty much anything. So, egg, monster meat, egg, veggie, filler. And that makes pierogies, which heal for 40 HP, just like fish sticks did. we're back at full HP. Why am I freezing? Because I'm wet. Well, this is a good time to go ahead and make a thermal stone, to be honest. I'll need one for winter anyway. So a thermal stone is a pretty simple thing. When it gets hot, it'll keep you warm. And when it gets cold, it will cool you off. So keep them hot in the winter and warm in the summer, or cool in the summer. And you can easily control your temperature. Being wet adjusts your temperature downward, though. The bright orange that it's glowing right now is the maximum it can go. And actually, if you have a bright orange thermal stone like that, it provides enough light to keep you from being attacked by shadow creatures. Or by the night monster, I should say. Although you can't really have enough light to interact with anything. But I've got enough experience at the game that I can just run with a thermal stone as my only source of light. And check my map to keep moving. Except when in hostile areas, obviously. I wouldn't try to do this in a swamp, for example. At night, if you're moving like this, it's often easier to use WASD instead of the mouse. I saw that there was a blue cap on my map here, and I wanted to pick it up. My thermal stone dropped down in color, so I was in danger there for a second. Being wet also causes your sanity to slowly drop. Now that I've got plenty of HP, I don't mind being crazy. It's just for a little while earlier where it was a problem because I was low HP. Nope, first day of winter. My bad. For some reason I was thinking it wouldn't be until the 23rd or so. That's alright. We've got our thermal stone for now, and I've got a beefalo hat in the base, which is the best thing to keep you warm. And I am going to be heading back to the base pretty soon. I just want to head up to the swamp up here and grab some rot. I'm going to leave Chester behind because taking Chester into swamps is extremely dangerous. It's very likely that he'll just stop moving next to a tentacle and get murdered. They do a very effective job of beating Chester up. Alright, I got to keep an eye on my temperature. Pull the torch. If you start getting cold in the winter, worst case scenario, you can always just set something on fire and stand by to get warm, which is what we're going to do here because these spike trees are literally worthless. We're actually going to set a couple of them on fire. That'll help shoot our temperature up, and as long as our thermal stone stays lit up, we'll be fine. The problem is we're wet and it's cold out right now. The two together are really messing with my temperature. Alright, thermal stone's bright orange. And we're off. this place? Yeah, all of the rot, all the fish and stuff that dropped here earlier has now dropped into convenient, or has turned into rot and has dropped into large piles of rot. So here, by picking up one item off the ground, we can get large numbers of rot at a time. So there's aim. Damn it. This rain can stop just any time, though. I mean, it's winter. Why is it still raining? So that was just 2 rot. Stun locked. That is unfortunate. Eventually, the mer people will kill off all of those tentacles. Yeah, I didn't think it'd let me use it again. Yeah, I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going as well. And respawn. And we're right back at it. So I've got that. Normally, if you die, you drop everything. I've got a mod on so that you only drop your actual gear, which means I just lost my armor. Welcome to the party, Solon. My phone is not cooperating today. Ah, right. It's winter. So we're going to start freezing pretty quickly. I don't know, my temperature is adjusting back upward now. Very odd that. Anyway, so we're going to go get all of our stuff back. And all of that rot that we had that we dropped. Because RNG hates us. Then who knows, we might die 2 or 3 more times doing this. Why not, right? Is there something around here I can set on fire? I guess we're just going to hang out here until morning. Probably the health is more important than the sanity right now. As long as I stay enough sane that I'm not getting attacked by shadow creatures. I don't really have enough grass to justify making myself another set of armor either. Do as I say, not as I do. Woo! That's another thing you want to make sure that you don't do in the winter is run out of light in a swamp, because if you have to stop on top of a tentacle to try to make a torch, you're just going to die. I got very lucky there. How much right? We got 17, not enough. I need 50. Fun times. So there's 10. There's 10 more. My sanity. What's that got us to? 45. I've got enough manure at the house that I can make this work. While I'm here, let's see if we can find some spider silk. Oh, tier speed 3 spider nest. Note that if you're seeing these things on the ground, that probably means there's a tentacle nearby, and you should be careful. Ping gulls will completely wreck a tentacle. Eventually. Because there's so many of them. So I can see that there's a tentacle on the ground over, or in the ground over here. I'm gonna see if I can get those spiders to fight it. There we go. While they're busy doing that, I'm gonna tear down their house. I'm gonna fail to tear down their house. That's okay though. I'll just lead them into another tentacle. And then go tear down their house. Plenty of spider silk, and I get myself a nice nifty egg sack. And now the spiders don't have anywhere to go home to. There we go. When you only get egg sacs out of tier 3 nests, so it's best to leave them alone until then. And that one just became a tier 3 nest, so this works out really well. While they're busy. Don't fight the spiders and they won't fight you. You'll eventually be able to run away from them. Oh, I saw something good over here. If I kill these hounds, I can get that ice staff for free. Ice hounds are actually super valuable to kill just in general. They always drop 2 hound's teeth, like 100% of the time. I don't need these pine cones. They also have a chance to drop blue gems, which are also really useful. I'm lucky I've not been attacked by any more shadow monsters since I went completely crazy. But yeah, the fact that they always drop 2 teeth is what's really nice about them. The blue gems are just a bonus. The downside is that they can freeze you. There we go. Now if I can figure out something I don't need in my inventory, I can take an ice staff with me. Ta-da! Which will be useful here shortly. I'm about to go Mac Tusk hunting soon. Oh, there's a Terrorbeak finally. I don't have time for you, Terrorbeak. Alright, we can shove some of this stuff off in Chester. Oh, it's actually night now. I want to stay nearby the Pig King because I've got a couple of things to drop on him for gold. Are there any rabbit holes around here? No. I need to find somewhere with some rabbit holes. I need to start collecting rabbits before winter's over. So even if I can't see shadow creatures, like they're lurking around the edges, I can just hold down the F key, and if they start getting close enough to be able to target me, I'll be able to, I'll know because I'll just start walking towards them. And it's daylight. Alright, I want to get me some pig buddies before we go Mac Tusk hunting. Because we're going to need all the help we can get. Every pig I can find, and even that won't be enough. They're mainly there to serve as distractions. Let's see. And we're as combat ready as we're gonna get. Now, when I go through a wormhole, my pigs will teleport with me. And this is going to come out on the other side of the map near my base and also near an entire city of Mac Tusks. So if I can just aggro like so, one, and draw it away from the others. Oh boy, no, that's too many. Come on, boys. We running. Never mind. So by freezing him, we were able to kill him with no trouble. Takes 2 blasts to freeze him. Uh-oh. This is what we were trying to avoid. Chester probably gonna die. It's for a good cause, Chester. Nope, I'm gonna die too. Due to cold. Rip. And a bad time was had by all. Would have been fine if I hadn't started freezing. How far is it to the portal from here? Quite a ways. Well, that's unfortunate, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Talk to you later, Vortex. I do wish I'd been able to get my Beefalo hat from home before all this went south, but it'll be okay. Anyway, the reason we're hunting Mac Tusks is because they drop one of the best items in the game. 2 of the best items in the game, but one of them I don't really care about. The one that I'm looking for is the Walrus Tusk, which you can use to make the Walking Cane, which increases your speed by 25%. It's the only way to get it. Oh wait, I went past the wormhole I'm looking for. Is to get it from a Mac Tusk in the winter. Or to beat a super boss who has a chance of dropping it, just an entire Walking Cane, not a Walrus Tusk. Oh, I can't. There we go. When you haunt things, it pushes them around. So if I wait here for daylight, then I can actually kick the rot out to where I'll be able to reach it. There's also a chance it'll set stuff on fire, but you know. Probably worth it. This is absolutely the worst part about being a ghost as far as I'm concerned, just not being able to see anything. There we go. It's difficult, but you can actually haunt the tentacles while they're underground. Does that say 28? It does. That's 28 rod. Well, let's hope I don't accidentally set it on fire. There. No, just 2. Alright, let's go get revived. See, being dead's not necessarily a bad thing. And realistically, I want to be on this side of the map right now anyway. There's 3 Mactus camps over here instead of the millions. I can handle 3 at a time, especially with some pigs backing me up. Although, admittedly, I'm probably going to have to come up here and collect some of this grass first. There we go. Yeah, there's a lot of use to haunting certain things. For example, I can haunt pigs to turn them into werepigs, which sounds detrimental until you realize the drops on werepigs are way better than regular pigs. A pig has a 50% chance of dropping a large meat and a 50% chance of dropping a a pig skin. But a werepig will always drop 2 large meats and a pig skin. And Chester's back. Nice. this here on the ground for a minute while it... Oh, wait, did it... No. You can haunt tiki torches to produce a guardian pig instantly, if you feel like that's something you want to do. There we go. If you're farming guardian pigs, for example. You can change flowers into evil flowers and evil flowers into flowers by haunting them. Ooh, tier 3 spider nest. Fun times. They're gonna attack Chester. And now they're gonna attack me. And that's much better than attacking Chester. Oh boy. Oh, that was almost my ass. I had misclicked. Now, you don't have to worry about Chester dying very easily. He's actually quite tough. He's got 450 base HP, and he regenerates HP at a very rapid rate. You can see he's already up to 350. Alright, so if there's no spiders when I'm attacking that, that means there'll still be one guardian spider inside, and of course it's dark. Of course it's dark. I hate my life. I just want to set a spider on fire. Is that too much to ask? Thank you. Is there something around here I can burn? Of course it did. Chester's fine. One spider can't really mess with him too bad. There. Go away, spider. I can't remember if I said this already or not, but another thing you can do with haunting things is you can turn hounds into different kind of hounds. So regular hounds can become fire or ice hounds. Ice hounds can become fire hounds or regular hounds. Oh boy. Okay. Here I want to go try to fight without a real weapon. Guess I need to go get one, huh? Why are the pigs not attacking him? I thought they were automatically hostile to mer people. Maybe mer people are just automatically hostile to them. Geez, this server's been such a clusterfuck. I promise things normally don't go this roughly for me. It's largely because I'm trying to play Wickerbottom like she's Wigfrid. Wigfrid is much better at combat. Wickerbottom is more of a building character than a fighting character. That's not to say she can't fight. She's just much better at building things. Oh hey, this is a good chance for me to drop off these and start collecting the rabbits I need. Now, you do not have to bait rabbit traps. You can just drop them on the ground, and the rabbits will eventually run into them. You can place them over the tops of the holes the way I've done there, and when they try to go home at night, they'll just drop right into it. Or when they first come out of the holes at the beginning of the day, sometimes they'll just run right into the trap as soon as they spawn. See, doesn't always work. You can also try to chase them into the trap if you're in a hurry, but that doesn't always work out. There, and now I have a weapon. I need 4 rabbits to build a press-to-digit hatter. Listen here, Fishman, I do not have time for your bullshit. I will unfortunately have to wait until the following daybreak to be able to get the pigs I want to help me go fight the Mactusks. Which is unfortunate, but it's part of life. In the meantime, I've got to find enough food to, you know, keep moving. Where did that guy come from? How much charcoal do I need to build a crock pot over here? 6. Might be worth taking the time to do that if I'm going to be in this general vicinity for any amount of time. I also just need wood in general. Fortunately, I have a ton of gold. There, and that's got us enough charcoal. Cut stone's the other thing, right? There, now we've got us a little baby base away from home. I thought Chester was a terror beak there for a second, and I was about to freak out. Because I'm 100% sure I'm not crazy enough to be attacked by shadow monsters right now. Fish stick to get some health back. And then we're going to use a really inefficient recipe to make a meatball. But it's what I've got at the moment, so... See, we're in pretty good shape. Dying is rarely the end of the world. Unless you're playing on survival, in which case dying is literally the end of the world, since it deletes the server after 2 minutes if you can't find a way to respawn. If all players in a survival server are dead, you have 2 minutes to find a way for somebody to come back to life or the server resets. Very annoying. So we're going to practice some cannibalism with these pigs tomorrow. Turns out that pig skin counts as a meat for feeding pigs to get them to follow you. So yeah. And there's 3 Mac tusks right over here, which is the reason I didn't mind dying. I need to come over here anyway. There's also a pre-built base over there I can tear down for some resources. If you were watching when I first started this server, I said I didn't want to interact with that because it might cause a season change. That hasn't stopped being true, except now I don't care if the season changes. If it happens to turn into summer, that's unfortunate, but I can deal, you know, I'm set up. I'll just need to get some niter on my person pretty quick so that I can build endothermic fires. Alright, so I want to gather all these pigs. I didn't mean to set those on the ground. Oh, more fish. And the last one. Now, if I really wanted to, I could make these guys football helmets. And then they would have armor too. Solon, I'll talk with you about that when I get out of the server. We're pretty much at the end of how far I'm planning on taking this today. So... There's our walrus tusk. Ah, the hounds killed Chester. There we go. Looks like some of my pigs even survived. Good times. It's unfortunate that we lost our baby boy, but, you know, these things happen. Well, it looks like even most of our pigs survived. Oh, they didn't get all the Mac tusks yet. Oh, and I got the Tam O'Shanter as well. That's the really good staying warm hat. Alright, I don't really need more gears. I do need spider silk. Can leave the ropes. I definitely want the spider eggs. Drop the frog legs. Did they get him? Let's see how bad this is going to be. that changed it to summer. There. So we skipped the rest of winter and all of spring, and it's summer now. So my calendar up in the top right is not accurate. All the pink gulls died. I gotta clear out some space. I guess it's a bunch of eggs, though. That's nice. I've got to get this ice while I can. Like, not priority number one right now. More than anything else, I've got to get this ice. Like, the hell with a torch. It's a good thing I got that Mac Tusk when I did. Don't need this axe. Don't need this axe. Go away, axe. Anyway, the reason getting this ice is so important now that it's summer is because I need it to make ice flingomatics. It takes 15 ice per ice flingo, and I need at least 2. Okay. And now my calendar has corrected itself. So we're going to head back to base and readjust our thinking. Oh look, rabbits. That I don't have room for. Because Chester... Oh, right, I have stackable rabbits mod. Tra-la. So the good news is we skipped the rest of winter and all of that crap, and that means that we can plant things and grow things and all sorts of fun stuff because it's a season where stuff actually grows. The bad news is now we've got to start worrying about overheating instead of freezing. There we go. That's that stack of rod I needed. And I'm not equipped for that at the moment. The good news is we live in a desert, and it's really easy to get the stuff you need to stay cool in the summer. I don't know why my thermal stone's not heating up. I assume it's a glitch, but hey, it's keeping me alive right now. So it's actually really easy to gather food in the summer if you live in a desert or near a desert. Cacti, in addition to having cactus flesh that you can pick from them, every time you pick a cactus, you also get a cactus flower, which can be used to make flower salads, and flower salads are just great. No, this season-changing thing actually works out really well for us because we were going to have to deal with the bullshit of summer eventually anyway. Summer is hands down the worst season. But by doing it this quickly, we're skipping back to autumn, which is the season I would really prefer to be in because that's when you have the least bullshit going on. I also absolutely hate spring. Just everything about spring sucks. Ice can also be used as filler for crockpot recipes. It, I believe, is a typeless recipe, so you can use it in anything. I won't swear to that though. See how the plants are withered though? That's because it's so hot outside. My ice is melting. Let's get home. And you can see it's starting to catch fire over here. Yeah, shit just randomly catches fire in the fucking summer. And Chester's back, thank Christ. That's why it's important I get back to base and build ice flammatics. Now, things only catch fire if a player is nearby them. They don't just randomly catch fire all the time. You can see the cacti have flowers on them. They don't just randomly catch fire all the time. They only catch fire if a player is nearby. So you don't have to worry about stuff on the far side of the map from you catching fire. Alright, first thing first, clear out some inventory space. Niter? No niter. Oh boy. Do I need niter to make an endothermic fire pit? Yep. That's bad. Where's my ice? Do these kind of rocks have niter in them? I don't think so. Alright, I may have to go back through the portal after I make my ice flingos. Here's... There we go. Ice cubes. Hold that thought. I need to stand far enough away from that it doesn't provide me any heat. Okay. I'm just going to wait for daylight before I try to place this other ice flingomatic. And that's got all of our important stuff covered by Flingos. Need to pick some cactuses. We are overheating far too quickly. Boy, that survival, though. Gotta quickly go get some more niter. Nope. Fuck. Gambled and lost. I can stand under a tree and drop my temperature a little bit. But I gotta be directly under them. Okay. We're good. Just gonna stand inside a meteor shower. No big deal. And with our thermal stone reduced back to normal temperatures, we'll be alright. Or low temperatures. Long enough to collect the niter we need to go back to base and build an endothermic fire pit there, and then we're good, actually, forever. More ice is always a good thing. If nothing else, I can eat it to keep my temperature down. Anyway, you can see, though, how no situation is just outright the end of the world. Yeah, this was a little bit adversity to overcome here, right? But it's cool. We're fine. We got all of our important stuff protected. We didn't die, barely, and went from having no summer resources to having the resources needed to survive in summer within about a day. And it's going to get better. I mean, right now I'm just running with a thermal stone. I'm about to go home and pick enough cactuses to make myself a cactus or a floral crest. Get some more filler. Now, it's important that when you build light sources, you build them outside of the ring of your ice fling, range of your ice flingomatic. Because your flingo will actually put out fires, including endothermic fires. I don't have enough cut stone for that. But when you go to place your endothermic fire, you'll be able to see the range of your ice flingomatic to put it outside of it. There we go. And now we're good. Barring shadow hand bullshit. Had to feed my beardlings to keep them from dying. Gonna make some more pierogi. Oh, I need to slow down and make my walking cane. There we go. Much better. Creepy eyes are because I'm crazy, man. Like, my character is actually going insane. That sounds really good, Solon. Alright. I'm gonna roll this server just long enough to get my floral shirt, and then we're gonna call it good on this and roll over to probably some, let's see, I need 5 cactus flowers and 3 spider silk. Alright. So I've got 2 cactus flowers here. I need to go pick 2 more cacti. Probably some FTL the rest of the night, though. I also need to pick up all this stuff I've dropped over time from dying. Been a rough day. Apparently another Mac Tusk died over here. Or two. Chester, come here. You goofball. Take all my tools. Yeah, FTL's next. I have not eaten today, to be honest. Like at all. Had a couple of granola bars when I first woke up. Handful of chips a little later in. I'm waiting to cook until I get done streaming for the day. Hey, there's another one of the rabbits I need. Starting to overheat because my thermal stone's no longer cool. Bad times. Ooh, that's a lava pool. Okay. Let's see. Where did I put my thermal stone? Did I accidentally put it in Chester? Or the chest? I did accidentally put it in the chest. Okay. Oh man, I thought I had more reeds than this. I'm lucky I've got just enough to make a shirt. Oh, I don't have enough to make a shirt. Oh, that's annoying. You gotta be freaking kidding me. If it's not one thing, it's another. Trying to decide whether it'd be faster to just go back to the swamp and get one, or to open tumbleweeds till I find one. Because realistically, it shouldn't take too many tumbleweeds. Here I am without a torch. Reeds are actually a pretty common drop from tumbleweeds. Huh. Well, rather than let me open it, that tumbleweed just dove into the ocean and suicided. Okay, let's head back to base for a second and cool back off, and then I guess we're going to head to the swamp. Which isn't a terrible thing either, to be honest, because it'll give me a chance to pick up the last rabbit I need over there, hopefully. Okay, since I don't actually know how to make a floral shirt, I can leave the stuff here that is used to make it. There we go. That's what I was trying to make. Flower salad. Flower salad is a cactus flower plus veggies. Restores a decent amount of health and sanity. Not so much hunger. There we go. Alright, let's head back out. I did not mean for this particular stream to go on this long. We're at about an hour and a half right now on DST, when I only meant to go for about an hour. So we're going to work on wrapping this one up quickly and moving on. Having the walking cane definitely helps that, though. I hope you can notice the difference in speed. Hey, welcome back, Vortex. You pretty much got back just in time. I'm about to wrap this up after almost dying repeatedly, and since you were gone, possibly dying at least once. That's the one of those we need. But realistically, I need more than one. Oh, and speed boosts are additive. So if I get on a road and I have a walking cane, then I move faster than if just with a walking cane or just on a road. Hounds are coming. With it being summer, that means there's a chance that there'll be fire hounds as well. Fun times. See if we can get our last rabbit here real quick. That's a check on rabbits. Excellent, excellent. Now, the difficulty and number of hounds you face in a hound attack is not based on the season. It is instead based on the days the server has been up. With this being a day 30 server, that means that I can expect probably 5 hounds. And, of course, I stopped directly on a freaking tentacle. I forgot these were here. I need to tear these down. There we go. Well, the fact that I had my hammer equipped there for a second caused this to go a bit astray. But not too bad. And back to base. What did we talk about last time? Don't ever make a swamp in the torch in the swamp in the dark if you don't have to. Try to make them ahead of time. Lest you find yourself with no light on top of a tentacle. Getting close to a full moon. Something we're definitely going to do on the next stream of this is get Glommer. Oh, starting to overheat. Oh, and the antlion's pissed off and trying to hit me with sinkholes. Yeah. You can see these sinkholes break anything underneath them. Uh-huh. Bad time. Anyway, sinkholes are caused by the antlion in the other desert. And you can appease the antlion by feeding it trinkets and minerals and things to stop it from doing that, but they target specifically the player. We good? Yeah. So you can see on the map there where they are, and anything that is underneath them gets destroyed. So in this case, it was just a couple of flowers. But you also move super slow across them. So if I'd been in my base, there's a chance that would have popped up underneath something I'd built in my base and destroyed it. I could stop that by going and feeding the antlion minerals and stuff, or by just killing the antlion. But that's a pretty difficult fight to do one-on-one. It's got some real, like, actual MMO raid boss mechanics going on with targeting and things like that. It's not just a, I'm going to smack you and you're going to smack me fight. Okay, I think we finally have enough stuff for our summer frost. Maybe. Goal for the day. Tomorrow, get some more logs. some flowers. And a floral shirt. There we go. And a floral shirt works. It rots similar to the way food rots instead of having durability. And as long as you're wearing it, it helps keeps you cool. That's all it does. So between that and my thermal stone, I no longer have to worry about overheating. As long as I keep my thermal stone cool, I'll be good. And it'll help keep my thermal stone from heating back up. Let's see. Drop this off. I got something I can feed my rabbits. That works. Drop these back off. Drop these back off. Alright, and that's going to be it for this stream. So stream's going to go down very briefly, come back up. I just want to keep this in bite-sized chunks.